Welcome to my YouTube channel. Every coin has a history where history meets hidden fortune. Here I share real videos of rare and old coins, including pieces worth millions that can truly change a collector's life. If you love coin hunting, rare finds, and valuable treasures, this channel is your guide to the world of priceless coins. The Washington 5 cent 1973 with mint mark D, also known to serious collectors as the 1973 D Jefferson nickel, is one of those fascinating United States coins that at first glance appears ordinary but, when examined closely in very fine condition and above, reveals a deep and powerful story within American coin history, real money circulation, and the hidden world of numismatic value, because this coin was struck at the Denver Mint during a period when America was undergoing economic change, inflation pressure, and a shift in metal value awareness, and while millions of these nickels were produced for everyday use, only a small percentage survived decades of circulation without heavy wear, damage, or corrosion, making true very fine condition examples increasingly difficult to locate today, especially those with sharp steps on Monticello, strong lettering In God We Trust, crisp details on Thomas Jefferson's portrait, and a clean, well-defined D mint mark that confirms its Denver origin. And what truly elevates the 1973 D 5 cent into the category of a potentially valuable and precious coin is the presence of rare minting characteristics such as off-center strikes, double die errors, weak strike anomalies, rotated dies, clipped planchettes, or exceptionally sharp full steps details, because these rare features can transform a simple 5-cent coin into a highly desirable collector's piece with strong demand in the coin market, and in documented cases, certified examples graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, especially those with rare errors or near mint state preservation, have achieved market values ranging from hundreds of dollars to, in extremely rare and elite cases, approaching $2,000 or more at auction, depending on eye appeal, rarity, and historical significance, making the 1973 D Washington 5 cent not just spare change but a real piece of American monetary heritage, a coin that represents the durability of U.S. currency, the craftsmanship of the Denver Mint, and the passion of collectors who understand that true value lies not only in age but in condition, rarity, and story. And for YouTube viewers, coin hunters, and investors alike, this nickel stands as proof that even modern-era U.S. coins can carry serious market power when preserved correctly, authenticated professionally, and presented with knowledge, patience, and respect for numismatic history, turning a small 5-cent piece into a famous, meaningful, and potentially high-value treasure of the United States of America that continues to capture attention in the global coin collecting world. Continuing the story of the Washington 5 cent 1973 D, it is important for collectors and viewers to understand why this coin remains a subject of strong interest in the numismatic world even decades after its release, because beyond its face value and common appearance, the true importance of this 5-cent piece lies in the survival rate and the increasing difficulty of finding examples that retain original surfaces, natural luster, and sharp design elements after more than 50 years of circulation. And in very fine condition, the 1973 D nickel displays a clear separation of Jefferson's hair details, a visible eye and jawline, bold lettering on the obverse, and on the reverse a Monticello building that still shows structure and balance rather than flatness, which is something many circulated nickels from the 1970s no longer have. And as collectors around the world continue to search pocket change, bank rolls, and old collections, demand has grown steadily for high-quality Denver minted pieces, especially those with full steps on Monticello, because full steps are a recognized premium feature that can significantly multiply the coin's value in the marketplace, and when such a coin is professionally graded and encapsulated, it becomes a trusted asset that can be traded internationally, featured in major auctions, and showcased in elite collections. And this is why knowledgeable investors often say that the 1973 D 5 cent is not just a coin but a long-term store of historical and monetary value, representing a time when American currency was still widely used in everyday life. And for YouTube audiences, this coin serves as a powerful reminder that real money is not only digital or paper but also metal, history, and craftsmanship, and that even a small nickel can tell a famous story of the United States of America, carrying the spirit of its era, the precision of its mint, and the potential to become a valuable and precious collector's treasure when preserved, understood, and appreciated through the lens of serious numismatics. As we go even deeper into the legacy of the Washington 5-cent 1973D, collectors begin to realize that this coin occupies a unique position between common circulation currency and true collectible treasure, because it comes from an era where mass production met declining coin preservation, meaning that while the total mintage was high, the number of surviving examples in very fine and higher grades is far smaller than most people imagine, and this scarcity in quality is what drives long-term market interest and value, especially when the coin shows original mint texture, clean rims without nicks, centered alignment, and a strong, clearly punched D-mint mark that has not been weakened by wear or polishing. And when collectors encounter a 1973 D5 cent with these attributes, it immediately stands out as something special, something worthy of closer inspection and possibly professional grading, because grading can be the difference between a coin worth only a few cents and one that commands hundreds of dollars in the collector market. And in rare documented cases where dramatic mint errors, near-perfect strikes, or elite full steps details are present, auction results have shown that competitive bidding can push prices toward the upper end of the market, sometimes nearing the $2,000 level, making this nickel a powerful example of how knowledge transforms ordinary money into real assets. And for YouTube viewers who are new to coin collecting, this story sends a clear message that patience, education, and attention to detail can unlock hidden value in everyday U.S. coins, while for experienced collectors, the 1973D Washington 5 cent represents a familiar yet still exciting challenge, finding that one exceptional piece that combines history, condition, rarity, and beauty into a single famous and precious coin of the United States of America. The Washington 5 cent 1974 with mint mark D, officially known to collectors as the 1974 D Jefferson nickel, represents a powerful and fascinating chapter in United States coin history, struck at the Denver Mint during a period of economic uncertainty, rising inflation, and major changes in American currency circulation. And when this coin is preserved in very fine condition, it displays sharp lettering on Liberty, a clearly visible date, 1974, strong definition in Thomas Jefferson's profile, and noticeable hair and coat details that separate collectible examples from ordinary worn nickels, making it highly attractive to both beginner and advanced collectors who understand that condition is everything in numismatics, because while millions of these coins were minted, only a small percentage survive today in truly problem-free very fine or higher condition without corrosion, scratches, cleaning marks, or damage. And what makes the 1974 D5 cent coin especially unique is the potential for rare mint errors and die varieties such as off-center strikes, double die obverse details, weaker filled mint marks, clipped planchettes, improper alloy mixes, and strike-through errors, which can dramatically increase its market value from a few dollars to hundreds or even thousands of dollars when authenticated and graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. And in the modern collector market, error coins from the 1970s have gained strong attention because many were overlooked at the time and spent into circulation, making surviving error examples scarce today. And historically, this coin reflects the era when the United States was transitioning through economic pressure while still producing durable copper-nickel coinage that would last decades in circulation. And collectors value this durability and historical relevance because it symbolizes real American money that was used by everyday citizens for groceries, transportation, and daily life. Yet today those same coins are being rediscovered as valuable collectibles, and current market values for the 1974 D Jefferson nickel in very fine condition can range from affordable collector prices to significantly higher values when paired with rare errors, exceptional eye appeal, full strike details, or certified grading, with some extraordinary examples selling privately or at auction for hundreds of dollars and, in rare documented cases involving major mint errors or top population grades, approaching the $2,000 level, which proves that even a humble 5-cent coin can transform into a high-value historical artifact. and this is why coin experts always recommend checking every 1974D nickel carefully under magnification, because small details can mean big money, and for collectors in the United States of America and around the world, this coin remains a symbol of real wealth, real history, and real opportunity, showing that valuable treasures are still hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those who understand the story, rarity, and condition behind America's most famous coins. Another powerful reason the 1974D 5-cent coin holds such a special place in American numismatic history is the way collector demand has grown steadily over the past decade as more people realize that modern-era coins from the 1970s are no longer new, but are now officially historic pieces that are more than 50 years old, and when a coin crosses that age threshold it begins to gain emotional, historical, and investment value, especially when it represents a widely used denomination like the Jefferson nickel that circulated through millions of American hands, and collectors today actively search for very fine examples because they balance affordability with strong visible detail, making them ideal for long-term collection building, while investors look specifically for coins with eye appeal, original surfaces, and untouched patina, which signals authenticity and originality. And the Denver Mint in 1974 faced extremely high production demands that sometimes resulted in rushed striking processes, leading to the creation of subtle die cracks, planchette flaws, and striking anomalies that now command premium prices. And when these rare varieties are discovered and properly documented, they become headline coins in auctions and online marketplaces, pushing values into the hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition. And what truly elevates the 1974D 5-cent coin beyond face value is its connection to real American economic history, because during this era the 5-cent coin retained its purchasing power more than paper currency, serving as a reliable form of real money, and this sense of stability is why collectors see the Jefferson nickel as a symbol of endurance, national identity, and monetary trust, and as global interest in U.S. coins continues to rise, especially among international collectors, demand for certified and well-preserved examples continues to increase, ensuring that the 1974D Jefferson nickel in very fine condition remains not just a collectible, but a historical investment that tells the story of America's past while offering real potential for future value growth. As we go even deeper into the legacy of the 1974D Washington 5-cent coin, it becomes clear why experienced collectors and serious numismatists stress patience, knowledge, and careful inspection when dealing with this issue, because while many examples still exist in circulation-worn condition, the truly valuable pieces are those that have survived the last 5 decades with honest wear, strong rims, readable inscriptions, and balanced surfaces that clearly qualify as very fine. And these coins tell a story that cannot be replicated by modern mint products, since every mark, tone, and detail reflects real use in American commerce during a transformative decade in U.S. history, and collectors are especially drawn to the Denver minted coins because the D mint mark represents high-output production under pressure, which statistically increases the chance of rare mistakes that today command serious premiums. And when a 1974D nickel is discovered with an unusual strike, abnormal thickness, rotated die alignment, or doubling in lettering or Jefferson's profile, it immediately attracts attention from grading companies and auction houses, where competitive bidding can drive prices far beyond what most people would ever expect for a 5-cent coin. And this is why coin experts repeatedly emphasize that knowledge turns ordinary pocket change into potential treasure, and for YouTube audiences, this message resonates strongly because it proves that real money and real history are still accessible to everyday people, and as the market for U.S. coins continues to expand through online platforms, international collectors, and digital auctions, the visibility and desirability of coins like the 1974D Jefferson nickel continue to grow, reinforcing its reputation as a famous, meaningful, and potentially high-value piece of American coin history that deserves attention, respect, and careful preservation for future generations.